Hi, I'm Susie from out west Homestead. Thanks for coming by. I really appreciate it. I was going to talk a little bit about dust storms, and you seen that one I took a video of. Well, when I when we lived over there by the foothills, um, I went uh, horseback riding in the foothills one day. It was nice and sunny out. I was not looking forward to going home in that dust storm. And at different places it gets pretty wild because the ground is tilled for farming or something. So when the wind blows, it really blows hard with dust. What we had the other day, the one I got into one time was a lot worse than that. You couldn't see 10 foot in front of you. So we got come out of the foothills, and it was real bad. There was dust devils all around us, and so I put my bandana on and tied it up and just kind of went down and let my horse, figure out how to get home. That horse, it knew the trail home, so I just kind of hunkered down behind his head because it was really blowing. You couldn't see nothing, but I could see them dust devils. And he didn't get spooked or nothing. He just marched on home, just took me home. Above, when you're up high, you can see clear skies above the dust, and the dust usually stays low and blows through. The one we got the other day, it just come up. But the main thing is it gets in your eyes. And anyway, I'm just going to tell the story I've told before, but the new people hadn't heard it. We used to go up in the mountains and hunt for antlers April 1st. That's when they usually drop their antlers. If it's a little colder in the spring, they'll hang on to them for a little bit longer, but a normal year, they will drop their antlers. We didn't sell antlers, but at that time there was people coming by. They sit up by the road, and they would get a lot of antlers, but they want to buy your antlers, and they was getting up to $10 a pound. And what they were doing, they was buying them up, and they sent them to China to make money from China because China was really wanting antlers. And this is bad, but if you got an antler with the felt stuff on it, that them guys would pay a lot of money for them, and the only way you can get them is kill a deer. And so the Forest Service was really looking for them type of people because they find them deer dead with their antlers cut off. And so anyway, that's when they was bring in the fall when their antlers is coming back. But then people they would buy them, and so we'd go out and hunt for antlers, and we would go from valley to valley with the horses, and it was really fun. And the valleys weren't real big, but it was like grassy. They kind of go like this, then up the mountain. So I would take one side, and Bill would take another side. And, we'd look on the ground for antlers, and we'd find some. Well, we'd bring Maggie with us. And one time, because, she could carry the antlers, our water, and our food. And she liked going with the horses. And she was younger, too. And most time, we'd just let her off the rope, just tie the rope around her neck, and she would follow us. So we was going down this valley one time. We had antlers, our water cans, our backpack, on her saddle. So there was some cows in that valley, and they kept getting, when they seen us coming, they started going down that valley. So there was a part where we was want to try to get around. So he headed over there for the cows, try to shoo them up that the other valley, get them out of the way. And Maggie, boy, I don't know, she loves cows, and she took off, and like, I'm going to help you. I want to see them cows. So she started running toward the cows, and her backpack with antlers on it, and the canteens and the backpack. You know, the cows don't know what a donkey is, so she started hollering, ooh, ooh, ooh. She was so excited about them cows. And them cows took off down that valley in front of us. So Bill caught Maggie, brought her back, and we tied her, we hung on to her then. So we went down this valley, and we were still looking for antlers. So when cows start moving, all the other cows, they want to go with the cows. That's why they are real good about herding. They just go together, kind of like sheep. They just start packing together. So cows was coming out the side of the mountains. They was up there grazing. So here they come. So I think we picked up probably about 40 head of cows. And all of them was out in front of us. So anyway, so they kept, being out in front. We got by the main road in the mountains because we made a big circle, looking at all the valleys and stuff. So we was heading back to our horse trailer. And we had lunch up there. It was fun. But so on the main road, it's a 2-lane road, dirt road at that time. So we had to go back to the truck. So the road was kind of like a valley too. So we was bringing all that herd on that road. They would stayed on the side of the road, and so we was behind them, and we picked up more cows. There was a lot more cows through there. So we probably had about 60 cows, and in front of us. And I told Bill, I said, I hope the owner don't come. They think we're going to steal their cows. So what was funny, so here I had Maggie behind us, and Bill and up there, and cars would come by and they'd wave at us. I way back, and it looked like we were rounding up cows. And they was probably thinking, oh, how cool, look at them people round up cows. And all we wanted is just get away from them. We was afraid the owner would think, what are you doing to my cows? So anyway, there was about a 2-acre spot, like here's the road, and then here's kind of like a valley right here. So the road went around like this, and there was a big piece of land right there. So Bill says, well, we'll get up there and let's run around that way, run around them cows and get in front of them. I thought, yeah, let's do that. I was really afraid that somebody was going to think we were stealing them cows. But it was so funny. Every car that come by there, they'd wave at us. Hey. But anyway, so we got up to that big spot where we could get around them, and we took off running. Maggie, she kept up. And them cows, they started running. Them cows could run just as fast as a horse. They took off running. We couldn't get around them. It just like... So the farther we went, the more cows we'd pick up on the way, leading them right to our trailer. Oh my gosh. So we got to the trailer, and they went past the trailer. I thought, man, I'm just glad the owner of them cows didn't see us herding up his cows up the highway. But that was so funny. But he was just about to get him turned to go up that one valley until Maggie started screaming and that pack was flopping. It scared the cows half to death. And but anyway, we got to the trailer and packed up. We thought it was so funny, and thinking somebody think we were herding cows or else stealing cows. But that was fun. We had to watch her around cows. We learned our lesson because she just wanted to be with cows so much. And but a lot of times when we ride up in the mountains, um, we have to watch for weather, and we take slickers and stuff to protect us from the weather. And many times we just about get into the weather, the rain stuff. And one time we went way far away from the trailer, and lightning was hitting all around. Boy, we was thinking, let's get out of here. There is people that gets hit on horseback with lightning, but they're usually lucky not get, the horse will get killed, but the leather between you and the horse, and if you got leather reins, people just been lucky not get killed. The horse will go down and the people get thrown off, but I'm sure there's been some people that's killed on a horse like that, but around here you usually hear that the horse gets killed. And we ran many times from lightning storms. We've been out in the foothills way out there. A lightning storm come up and we take off. I've seen it over here in the foothills. Lightning bolts reach out 5 miles into the desert. You think they all come down like that, right? Man, they shoot out and hit the ground. So it really is worry, make you worry about it. But anyway, we was running from that lightning. You could hear that thunder getting closer and closer, and boy, we was getting back to the trailer. But we outran it. It moved on. And then there was another time we was on this railroad track. There's a lot of railroad tracks up there. It's just a pass of them now. But we got down one time, we could see in the valley that rain was just coming right at us. So we got down, put our slickers on, and we got ready for it. We got back up on our horses, and it stopped, and it moved off back. Oh, whew, because it was a bad downpour. And it didn't have lightning in it, but it had a lot of rain. And I thought that was lucky. So you always have to watch, for weather. Down here, you don't really, too much, but up in the mountains, about noon, it starts building, and you need to get out of there. But we had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun with Maggie, too. But, sometimes she'd be a pain. Wanting to go with cows, but, it's good memories of her, and it's good memories of our horses. And so we had a lot of adventures up there. And in the desert, back in the foothills, I had Little Red. He was a real good horse. He always liked to sniff me. I think he really loved me. He just, he was great. And I always give him oatmeal cookies. So we'd picnic, back in the foothills, and he'd come over and we'd have our oatmeal cookies, and he'd want a bite. So I'll give him a bite. He'd just come over, I'd give him a bite. So one time I thought, well, let's get up on this slick rock, so he won't come over, because I know he'll want one of them oatmeal cookies. So we climbed up on that slick rock, and what we did, because he climbed all the way up that slick rock, and Bill grabbed him and took him back down to where he could eat some grass. We quit taking oatmeal cookies because that was his favorite treat. And so we stopped that because it was dangerous for him and it was dangerous for us. Uh, you know, he could have fell on us. So I just want to tell you about some of the fun we had up in the mountains, up in the foothills, and these crazy dust storms that pop up. Uh, if you're if you really on dust storms, if you really like to keep your house dust free, you'll be working all the time cleaning your house because just the wind blowing. Um, you know, you get dust. It's always dust. So I've talked to people that are real crazy about keeping their house clean. It drives them crazy because they're always dusting. They're always cleaning. I mean, that dust gets on everything. So to have a happy life, don't worry about it. Clean it when you can. That's my thinking. So I appreciate y'all coming by and watching Out West Homestead. I appreciate it a lot. Bye.